Hi guys, I just got back from work and I am so hungry, so we're gonna make some kimbap. All you have to do is just cut the corners like so and then just microwave it. It's Monday, so it's a really busy day, but I'm gonna go finish this new documentary that I started last night. It's called Love Has Won and it's kind of insane. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna enjoy this and watch the documentary. Foggy today, oh my gosh, which I kind of like because it reminds me of Twilight. I just got home from work. I'm gonna take the second half of my medicine. Yum! I thought I would do a little update on my medication. In my last video, I didn't disclose what medication I'm on. I was super vague and I just said anti-anxiety meds, but I am prescribed Buspar. I just didn't want to say anything because, you know, like medication is like really different for everybody. But all I want to say is I am really happy with Buspar. It's been a little over a week and I have felt a very slight but major difference, and I genuinely believe it's because of her. Okay, it could be a placebo effect. Obviously, it takes like a few weeks for like medication to like adjust to your body. But I don't know, you guys, I feel like ever since I started taking Buspar, the general anxiety that I was feeling on like a daily basis has significantly like decreased. I mean, first of all, I am sleeping so much better. I struggle with insomnia. I've struggled with it since I was like in middle school, and these past few days I've just been sleeping like a baby, so that's been really major for me. I've always had to rely on using my Kindle to fall asleep, or I even had to like smoke weed to go to sleep just because my mind is like constantly going, and it seems like no matter how exhausted I am, my brain doesn't get tired. I was talking to my coworker about it who has ADHD, and she was prescribed Buspar. She had a pretty bad experience and made her really dizzy and nauseous, which is something I saw a lot on TikTok. But so far with me, I've had like no side effects except maybe a headache. I'm also on like a super low dosage. So that's my little update on my anti-anxiety meds. Good morning, guys. I'm going to make myself some breakfast. It's been a second since I've been in the kitchen cooking stuff. I'm gonna make myself some sausages. These are my brother's favorite. He eats them every day. And of course, some eggs. It's like 10 o'clock right now. It's Thursday, December 14th. And you might be like, Curly, why aren't you at work? I got PTO approved because it's finals week and I have a really big final today. Technically it's due tomorrow, but I just wanted like a full day during the weekday. In regards to my life, things are going well, but there's been some issues with like family. I went to bed super early last night, so I woke up actually around like 4 a.m. and I was up from like 4 to 6, and then I went back to sleep and woke up around like 9. But while I was up, I was talking to my mom, and I felt like no matter what I said, she just could not be happy with my answer. And it was just like super frustrating because I was giving her so much grace, so much patience, so much love, and I was getting nothing in return. So it was just like a really hard morning dealing with that. I, of course, like don't want my mama to be hurt, but I'm also human, and it's like if whatever I'm saying is good enough for her, then like I need to like make some boundaries. Which, if you know anything about like Asian families, boundaries is not a thing. Like it's not even like a concept. I used the word boundaries once with my mom and she got really mad at me. That's a really tricky part. I feel like being biracial, or you know, just growing up in America, maybe you have like immigrant parents or your mom or dad is like from a different country. There's a lot of different cultural values, and it's not like she's wrong, but it's like I'm also not wrong. So like, let's find a compromise. It's also just heartbreaking because my mom is going through menopause. I feel like the topic of menopause is such a taboo word, and I blame that on the patriarchy. Menopause is actually so extreme. Menopausal women are the highest group of women to commit suicide. Similar to like postpartum depression, like our hormones are crazy, and it's really heartbreaking because I feel like menopausal women don't get support. From the podcasts and interviews that I've seen so far, like it's really, really hard. So knowing that and knowing that I can't be with my mom and she feels very alone right now, I feel for her and I'm like trying my best to be there for her. It's just been a little hard and tricky, and I'm always like trying to like collaborate with my brothers on like how to best support my mom. I really haven't made breakfast ever since I got my new job, so I didn't do a great job, but yummy. I finished my final. It was my very last assignment for this quarter, and I am so happy. It took me like 4 hours to do, but we're done. It is Friday. I am headed to work. I had trouble falling asleep last night, so I didn't sleep a lot, but I still feel really energized. Well, we'll definitely see if I crash later tonight. I am headed home right now. I waived my lunch, so I'm heading out half an hour early. You know how I was like, I'm not tired at all? No, I was so slumped all day at work. I downed that burrito in like 5 minutes, but I'm on my way to the movie theater. I'm gonna go see the songbird ballad snake thing. I actually really wanted to go with my friend, but I have a slight headache and I'm feeling quite introverted, so I'm just gonna go alone. I actually have the physical book, but I never read it. So I'm going in super blind. I know there's been a lot of like mixed reviews, but I'm so excited. It is 8:30 right now. I'm about to leave in like an hour or so. I'm getting brunch with my grandma and my brothers. She lives maybe like half an hour away from the city. But I did see the movie last night. I really want to read this. I've just kind of been in like a book slump. So now that I'm on winter break, I really want to start this. I will say, as someone who hasn't read the book, I actually liked the movie. I think it was like very, very singy-songy, but after reading the title, that makes sense. Definitely very different from like the original Hunger Games. I don't think it's fair to like compare the two because they're such different stories. I thought the movie was really long, and I had to pee really badly during the beginning. I don't know why. I like peed before the theaters, but whatever. And I think I missed a very important part. Someone died like right before the Hunger Games. I think it was like the annoying classmate because I never saw her again. Also, if you hear that, that's my dad vacuuming. I also really like Tigress. I kind of wish they showed Hunter a little bit more. That character was really healing. She was so cool. Also, Choreo Snow, he was so handsome. Like, what the fuck? He was really cute. All his outfits slayed, especially the military buzz cut. Oh, I will say it was quite graphic. I definitely cried in a few scenes during like the arena. I feel like with technology and film just advancing, everything just seems so real. Lucy Gray was also really cute. I really liked her accent. I'm actually really excited to read the book now because I feel like I'm just gonna really like it. I'm not really allowed to wear perfume at work just because it can give like migraines to clients, but I love perfume. This is one of my favorite scents. If you're a vanilla girly, I highly recommend.
Very soft.
We're already taking a video. Hi.
I came out with. We are here. I feel good. But maybe I'll today's vlog for my mom. I love her music. Granted, protein might be. See, but unfortunately, I think.
It's 9:43. My friend Millie is about to pick me up in a bit. I am so excited because she and I and a few other friends are gonna get brunch, and then afterwards we're gonna drop one of them off at their workplace, and the three of us are gonna do some Christmas shopping, which I really need to do because I have nothing. My dad is really simple. He gave us like a link. He wants us to buy like a Google Watch, so that's done. But I need to get something for both my brothers and their partners. I also want to get something for my mom because she's visiting at the end of January. It's her birthday, so she's gonna come to the States and spend it with her kids, which is me and my two brothers. Tonight, my family and I were also gonna watch the new Miyazaki movie. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be honest, I think it's time to talk about the elephant in the room. I'm just kidding, but I just realized I haven't talked to you guys about the boy from my last vlogs. So basically, I ended things with him. It really wasn't that dramatic. It was still super early on in the stages. We had gone on like 4 dates. I will say though, all of our dates were so long. Our third date was like 5 hours long. And of course, I was super excited about him. I mean, I talked about him to you guys. And also, he was just like the perfect guy on paper. He was a quarter Japanese, so his mom was half, which I was like super like curious about. But after the 4th date, which was like the cliffhanger on my last weekly vlog, I wasn't feeling the connection enough to like continue. I realized like we just didn't have as many things in common as I thought we did. So I sat with my feelings for a few days because I do have like a fearful avoidant attachment. I didn't want to make an impulsive mistake. So after like 2 days, I was like, okay, I think it's time to just kind of like talk to him about it. And lucky for me, he responded fairly quickly and he was super nice about it. And he also mentioned that he was feeling the same way, so I'm glad the feelings were mutual. So I feel like I learned a lot from this process, especially because I've never gone this far with someone that I've like met on Hinge. So even though the connection failed, I still view the experience very valuable. Good morning, guys. Today is Tuesday, which means I have a late start, but it's currently 7 a.m. and I'm gonna do my makeup. The reason why I'm doing my makeup so early is because I have my very first therapy session with my new therapist. I am very excited. I haven't been in therapy since August, and if you've been watching me for a while, then you might be confused just because I talked about my old therapist a lot on here. But the truth is, she broke up with me. Unexpected. I mean, I guess that's just how breakups go, but low-key, it was very bizarre. So a little backstory, she was my therapist that I got through Starbucks. And if you're unfamiliar with Starbucks benefits, when you're an employee there, you can sign up for Lyra and get 20 free therapy sessions a year. So I had quit Starbucks back in March 2023, but because I still had remaining sessions, I was still able to keep seeing my therapist for free. So that was like a super cool thing. I didn't even expect that. And then fast forward a few months, when I was back from Vietnam, I thought she was going to reach out to me, but she never did. So I thought she got hurt. So I emailed her maybe like a few weeks after. And I was like, hi, I hope you're okay. I would love to see you for a session. And she gave me like a Saturday open, but I couldn't do that. So I let her know that that day doesn't work. And then she comes back with a response that's like, oh, it looks like your Starbucks sessions ran out. Basically, a very sudden goodbye. Not to be dramatic or anything, but like she was my therapist for 3 years. And to not have like a goodbye session, I will say she did hint at me like a few times that she thought I was ready for a therapy break. I feel like in the last year especially, she mentioned that I was like in a really good place, and I think she generally just didn't think I needed therapy anymore, or at least her therapy, which was fine. You know, there wasn't like a lot for me to like. I didn't come into sessions with like a lot of tea. So anyways, my therapist broke up with me. But it's 4 months later. Really excited about my new therapist. My older friend actually recommended me to her, and already from her website, from our conversation on the phone, I am like obsessed with her. I also wonder how much I'm like gonna share with her, you know? I'm a little extra, so I like put up my like photo lights. What do we think? Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys really soon. Bye. Hi guys! I just tried the chamoy pickle challenge. I don't know if you guys seen that on TikTok, but it's been like all over my feed. This is kind of the aftermath. I cleaned up a lot of it. That was so interesting. It wasn't like bad, but like I wouldn't recommend the combos. I was clearly just super high when I like bought that on TikTok shop. To which I want to say I've actually quit weed. I don't know for how long, but I haven't gone high in a minute.